So this is Geometry Semester 1. It's the unit on probability, number 9. And it's lesson number 1 and multiply practice. It's on creatormath.com under the Geometry tab. When you Google creatormath.com, you might have to Google creatormath.weebly.com to find it. All right. The instructions are copy the following problems into your composition book on the correct pages according to the table of contents with the notes for those pages from creatormath.com. So I usually try to model that for you because it is hard to find the notes, you guys. So let's see here. Can I find the notes? All right, so first, here's the name of the website, creatormath.weebly.com. Google that. You should arrive at a home page, if you can get there, that looks like this. If you have any questions, you guys, about your composition book, and I know there's a lot of requirements for the comp book, so you do need a help, and you're not going to just get it from hearing it. You're going to need to read some stuff. Scroll down below my picture and look for the words composition book. Start to follow all of the instructions. Here's a picture of one. Here are a list of videos, including a playlist on YouTube to watch all about how to put that composition book together and examples of great composition books. Here's all the due dates, including the pages due and the dates due. Look at your particular dates for whenever you're watching this video. And explanations of what goes where. There's 5 things on the cover. Here they are. There's some things that go on page 1. Here it is. And when we get to notes, we're now going to go to the tab on notes. On this tab are all the notes, the video solutions, the problem sets, and of course the vocabulary. So right here is a vocabulary geometry practice study PDF. If you download this to your device, you can search the PDF. Make sure to Google how to search a PDF with the device you have. It's a little bit different for each device. It's got every vocabulary word for geometry for the entire school year. If you're not getting 100% on the vocabulary practices, then you probably don't know how to download this and search it. So go ahead and figure that out, all right? That's going to help you a lot. Now we're going to scroll to the table of contents for the semester in question. So here we are here. This is the semester of one of the videos we're making right now. We're now going to look for this unit. Oh, and by the way, this table of contents, just let me say this before I go on. This table of contents should have been copied in full into pages 2 through 6 of your composition book. It's got every page number of where everything goes, and that's why you need a copy of it in pages 2 through 6. If you haven't done that yet, please stop what you're doing now and go do that. Watch the videos on how to number the pages of your comp book and watch the videos on great examples of comp books. So here we are at probability, unit number 9. There are 1, 2, 3 lessons within this. We're on lesson 1. It's and multiply. It goes on these pages of your composition book. We're going to go through the notes right now that go on these pages. Please don't look at this video for the page numbers, but please go and find the original table of contents. At the time you're viewing this, these page numbers will probably be different. All right, so I'm going to click notes. The problems are here that we're going through, and the video solution will be linked here when you look at this next. So it does take me a couple times to open this, these notes sometimes. And it'll either be a picture of my notes or a picture of the board. So this is a fun tool for examining probability. It's called the rat maze. And what happens is the tunnels break into different tunnels, and we examine the probability that the rat is going to run down one tunnel or another. All right, write all these notes into your comp book. Things you need to know are things like probability. It's the percent chance of an event occurring. So probability is something like 50%. That means there's a 50% chance that the event will occur. Fraction is a portion of 1. All right, so probabilities are out of 100% or out of 1. If you said 0.5, that would be the same as 50%. A percent is a fraction expressed as a ratio of 100. Percent literally means per centum, which means per 100. So if it happened 5 times out of 100, that would be 5%. Notation. This means the probability of event A occurring. P of A. So the probability of event A occurring. Write these notes in your comp book, and then let's proceed with the problems and see what we can learn by doing the problem set. All right, so this is a rat maze. You have to, it might help if I color in some of these spaces in the drawing. This will help lead your eye to understand what's happening. So these all get colored in because these are solid. The rat can't go through these. The rat goes around these. So here's my rat. I can't draw a rat very good, you guys, but there it is. Here's a rat. The rat can go three ways. 1, 2, 3. And our assumption is that the rat has an equal likelihood of going down any one of these three. So do we say to ourselves, given the following rat trail, what's the probability a rat will take path A, B, or C? Well, there's three options, right? We take 3 divided by 100, right? There's 3 out of 100 options, right? And we end up with 33.33%, okay? Or 33.33 or 33 or 0.33, excuse me, let me get this right, or 33.33%, okay? There we go. So 3 out of 100, right? And even if you're using your right, or 3 or 100 divided by 3, okay? 100 divided by 3 equals 33.33, okay? There we go. Or 33.33%, okay? So what do we have here? There's a 1/3 chance of going this way, 1/3 this way. If you take it out of 1, it's 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, all right? So we're going to say this here, right? Now, we're going to now move down the row here. So say the rat takes this tunnel down here. The question is, what's the likelihood of going down the next set of tunnels? So given the following rat trail, assuming that the rat has gone down A. So the rat went down A this way. The rat is sitting right here now. Okay. And the rat can go down D or E, here or here. What's the likelihood of going down each? 1/2 this way, 1/2 going this way. 50% going this way, 50% going that way, right? And just think of it as 100 divided by 2 would be another way to look at it, right? So 1/2, 1/2, right? That's the probability that the rat's going to either go down D or E as long as they're here, okay? All right, given the following rat trail, assuming the rat has gone down C. So now the rat's gone here. What is the likelihood of taking path F or G? So the rat is sitting here. My rat. Is the rat going to go to F or G? What's the probability of each? Since there's two options, it's 50% this way and 50% that way, or 1/2 and 1/2. Each of those are probabilities of going down either path, right? The next one says, given the following rat trail, assuming that the rat has gone down G, so now the rat has gone down C and G. The rat is sitting right here, okay? What is the probability the rat will take path H, I, or J? So, will they go here, here, or here? Since there's three options, it's 1/3, 1/3, and 1/3 because it's got to add up to 1, right? Or 33%, 33.33%, 33.33% on each to add up to 100%. So 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. All right? Given the following rat trail, what is the probability a rat will take path D or E? Now, here's D or E, but it's not telling us the rat is here. So the rat hasn't taken A yet. So the rat is back here. The rat is going to go down A, which we said was 1/3 before. Then this one is 1/2 and 1/2. The question is, if we come down here, what's the probability of taking this one or this one? So we have our hint. Our hint is and multiply. So the rat has to pass through A and D if it's going to take D. All right, so that would be 1/3. And remember the hint. If it's going through both of these, and, then we're going to multiply. So we're going to take 1/3 times 1/2. Go across the numerator. 1 times 1 is 1. Go across the denominator. 3 times 2 is 6. 1, 6. And I don't know if you know this, but multiplying fractions is much easier than adding fractions. Adding, you have to find the common denominator. Multiply, you just multiply across the numerator, multiply across denominator. All right, given the following rat trail, what's the probability the rat will go to K? All right, nice. Now, they've gone ahead, so we're way back here now. Okay, here's my rat. The rat has gone through this one, gone down through this one, and gone to K, reaching K. All right, so we have we've gone through 1/3 and 1/2 and 1/3. So we've gone through 1/3 and 1/2 and 1/3, therefore multiply. So go across the numerator, 1 times 1 times 1 equals 1. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. There's a 1/18th chance, 1 out of 18 chance it's going to arrive at K. And remember, we're assuming that the actions of the rat are random, right? Completely and perfectly random. When in all actuality, there's probably extenuating circumstances, like if the rat smells food, that's going to guide where the rat goes. We can ignore all that. We're going to neglect that for these examples because we need something we can work with to explain probability, right? Probability takes us far in life, but if a rat smells something, say there was cheese down one tunnel, right? And or something else yummy that a rat likes. A lot of times they'll use food like Tootsie Rolls and things, like chocolate and that kind of stuff, right? That rat's going to smell that food and go straight down that tunnel. But let's ignore that and assume there's an equal probability the rat will go down any one of the options, given 3, given 2, or whatever, giving multiple ones that we're passing through. So given the following rat trail, what's the probability the rat will reach L? So here's L here. We're assuming the rat is back here now. Can't draw them, they're getting worse. Through here, and through here. So 1/3 and 1/2 and. It's going through all these. So it's an and, we multiply. 1 times 1 times 1 is 1. 3 times 2 is 6 times 3 is 18 again. There's a 1/18th chance of arriving here at L. Given the following rat trail, what's the probability we reach M? So here's M. Rat's back here, through the 1/3, through the 1/2, through the 1/3. Same thing we just did. 1/3 times 1/2 times 1/3, 1/18th again. All three of these have the same 1/18th probability. Given the following rat trail, what's the probability a rat will reach N? Here's N here. So the rat's going here, passing through this one to N. It's only going through 1/3 and 1/2. It's and, so we multiply. Notice the hint. It's not or, for example. It's not one or the other. It has to pass through both of these. That's why it's and. So this equals 1/6. Okay, 1/6. Which is a larger probability than 1/18th for the others we did. So it's more likely the rat would end up at N than at M, L, and K. They were all 1/18th. This was 1/6. That's a higher probability. Given the following rat trail, what's the probability to end up at O? Okay, well, here's the rat back here at the beginning. Look at this. Only 1/3. That's a 33% chance it gets to O. This one was 1/18th. This was 1/18th. This was 1/18th. This was 1/6. And this is 1/3. I don't know if you can tell, but it's highly likely the rat's going to end up at O compared to these other probabilities. 1/3. All right, given the following rat trail, what's the probability the rat will reach P? Here we are here. To get to P, we have to go through 1/3 here. My rat. We have to go through here. We have to go through here. We have to go through there. So 1/3 times 1/2, 1/6. Getting a little bit quicker, and I can see where we're headed with this, right? All right, now we want to get to Q. Given the following rat trail, what's the probability rat will reach Q right here? So we got to go through the 1/3, through the 1/2. That's another 1/6. Okay, and make sure you're matching up. So I thought we had more, but we're done. Make sure you're matching up the title of this video with the problem set you're doing. This is Geometry, Semester 1. It is the unit on probability 9. Number 9 is probability, and it's the lesson number 1, and multiply practice. It's on creatormath.com under the Geometry tab. Hope this helps.